The deaf-mute girl came to attend the birthday party her boyfriend had prepared for her, but she accidentally walked in on him getting flirty with the campus belle. Before the girl could even react, her boyfriend panicked and pulled her outside. He explained that things between him and the belle weren't what she thought. But just as he finished speaking, the campus belle showed up and even confessed to the boy in front of everyone. But what the boy didn't know was the deaf-mute girl had heard every word of their conversation. It turned out the girlfriend he had always looked down on was never really deaf or mute. She only pretended to be deaf and mute to comfort her boyfriend, who had once been deaf and mute. 3 years ago, the boy had lost his hearing and speech due to a car accident. Not only did his father despise him afterward, he even kicked him out of the house. Betrayed by his family, the boy was completely disheartened. He planned to end his life, but at that critical moment, the girl stepped in and saved him in time. To help him regain confidence, she had no choice but to pretend to be deaf and mute and stay by his side, little by little. With the girl's encouragement, the boy came out of his emotional darkness. After spending a long time together, the girl slowly fell in love with him. To be with him, she even went against her father's objections and severed ties with him. She even worked 3 jobs a day just to raise money for his treatment. Finally, under the girl's care, the boy fully recovered, and the girl continued to accompany him as a deaf-mute. But gradually, the boy began to resent her. He thought her identity as a deaf-mute made him lose face. He didn't even dare to acknowledge their relationship in front of classmates. He lied and said she was just a disabled person he sponsored. Only then did the girl realize that her boyfriend didn't truly love her. The next day, the boy apologized for what he did the day before and offered to take her to a movie. The girl thought this meant he still loved her, but when the boy found out it was the campus belle's birthday that day, he didn't hesitate to ditch the girl and went to celebrate with the campus belle instead. Only then did the girl finally understand that she was just the crutch thrown away once the blind man regained his sight. At that moment, it started raining heavily out of nowhere. Memories of the past kept flashing through her mind. Heartbroken, the girl was about to go home, but she unexpectedly ran into her boyfriend again. She begged him to take her home, but before the boy could speak, his friend nearby mocked the girl for being deaf and mute. Hearing that, the boy didn't even have the courage to approach her. He even pretended not to know her and turned to leave. Even as she left, the campus belle didn't forget to ridicule the girl. At this point, the girl felt her 3 years of devotion had become a joke. While she was heartbroken, her mother called her. Upon learning that her daughter, a dignified heiress, had suffered such humiliation, she urged her to let go and study abroad. To her surprise, the girl agreed this time. Meanwhile, the clueless boy was still celebrating the campus belle's birthday, completely unaware that the girl had decided to leave him. To get revenge on the girl, the campus belle secretly signed her up for the school's singing contest. She wanted to humiliate the so-called deaf-mute in front of the whole school. Soon, the singing competition began. Unaware, the girl had just arrived at the venue and was called by the staff to compete. The boy panicked when he saw this. After learning she was in the singing competition, he immediately scolded her, saying her actions would embarrass him. Before the girl could explain, the boy tried to withdraw her from the contest, but the organizers thought a deaf-mute contestant was great publicity, so they used the live broadcast as a reason to refuse her withdrawal. Even the campus belle stopped the girl from quitting. Seeing the mess, the boy got angry and tried to drive the girl away in anger. Luckily, the girl's best friend arrived in time and stopped him, but before the girl could react, it was already her turn to go on stage. When the students found out that the deaf-mute girl was competing, they mocked and insulted her. Some even hoped to see her embarrass herself. They urged her to go on stage. The boy still insisted she leave. If she made a fool of herself, it would also expose that he was once deaf and mute. Seeing that she was determined to perform, he slapped her in anger. That completely broke her heart. Ignoring him, she walked onto the stage. The campus belle confidently thought she had won, but the moment the girl sang, everyone was stunned. Only then did they realize she was never deaf or mute. They were all moved by her singing. After her performance, she got ready to leave, but the boy stopped her. He accused her of not telling him she had recovered. The campus belle joined in, stirring up trouble. She blamed the girl for hiding the truth from them, saying it made the boy bear too much criticism. The boy again asked why she hadn't told him. The girl had no choice but to say she was never deaf or mute, but the boy didn't believe her. How could a normal person pretend for 3 whole years? It wasn't until the girl said she loved him that the boy realized he had been wrong, but it was already too late. The girl broke up with him, but the boy refused to let go and blocked her from leaving. Luckily, a rich young man arrived just in time and stopped the boy's unreasonable behavior. It turned out the rich guy had been her childhood sweetheart. They had been apart because he studied abroad for a long time, so they rarely saw each other. This time, he came to take her overseas. Seeing how close they were, the campus belle accused the girl of being involved with another man, but she was quickly scolded by the rich young man. The boy misunderstood and thought the girl had betrayed him. Even though he was the one who betrayed her first, he still had the nerve to blame her. Seeing how determined the girl was to leave, the boy finally realized there was no turning back. So he ignored the campus belle's attempts to stop him and ran after the girl. He even slipped and fell to the ground. To his surprise, seeing that made the girl hesitate and stop the car.